You are watching live at midday from the Reno Rodeo.
Good morning, Reno Rodeo fans, or should I say good afternoon. If you've been hanging out with us all week, you would know that tonight is the final night of the 2021 Reno Rodeo. Standing next to me, we have Josh Iveson, our 2022 Reno Rodeo president. Josh, good afternoon.
Howdy.
How's it going? I'm good.
Yourself?
Great. Tired a little bit? You look great for 10 days.
I'm excited to do another 10 days.
Oh, the expression is all over your face. Yeah, I
Yes.
can really tell. He's
Yes.
not tired at all.
Nope.
We're gonna get to know Josh and about next year here in just a minute, but to tease a few things, we do have a couple giveaways, so tag 3 people below and let them know your favorite part of the rodeo so far, whether it's been watching online live or participating in activities live at 5 with Eva and Tom, or coming down to the rodeo yourself. Tag 3 friends and let us know your favorite part of the rodeo and what you're looking forward to next year. And unfortunately, the 10 a.m. ticket release at the box office is already sold out, but you can get in line anytime this afternoon and prepare to get tickets at 4 o'clock, when you can then head over to the Grand Sierra Resort, jump on a shuttle, and be over here right in time for the rodeo gates to open at 6. So stay tuned for information ahead. So Josh,
Yes.
final night of the 2021 rodeo. Tonight's a big night. You'll get the official reins passed down to jump in the saddle for next year. How does that feel?
Good and bad. It's bad because this rodeo is coming to an end, and you never want that. Yes, I'm excited for next year and to get that whole process started, but coming to an end for this is always a little depressing.
Yeah, so this would have been your rodeo had last year happened. So has it been mentally exhausting, like pushing things back, or has it given you a little bit more time to think about the year that you want to make for your own?
I started off when I became second VP like I was riding a bike with training wheels, and one wheel fell off as second VP, and then when I became first VP, another wheel fell off, and then by the time I'm president, I have both wheels off and going straight. So I feel that I got a little extra wiggle room on that one training wheel to fine tune some things.
So that's a great analogy, and you've had some great guidance from Craig, and coming up in the ranks. So what's been the best piece of advice that he's given you or that you've learned from him?
We're just one big team. We're one big team. It's not one individual that does any one thing. It's all of us together makes this thing happen the way it does. And if you don't look at it that way, then we're not going to have the awesome event that we have.
So how did you get involved in the Reno Rodeo? I know I was Miss Reno Rodeo, but before that, I was a volunteer on the security committee, and that's how Josh and I became friends. We met, back in security. Yeah, I got a walkie-talkie
Always
in a
looking
gate.
for volunteers. Always looking for volunteers.
Yeah. So what was your introduction into the Reno Rodeo Association?
So I graduated high school in 1989. I came to the rodeo in '89. Had box seat tickets from my mentor Joe Martin, past president, '96, and I just sat in the grandstand with my buddy, and we went every night, and rain or shine. And I remember sitting in the rain jacket watching it, and I said, "Man, I got to be part of this." And I hit him on the shoulder, and I said, "Hey, let's go fill out an application or something to be part of this thing." I said, "I'm gonna go shovel shit or whatever I need to do." Sorry, but that's what I said. I put that on my application, and he goes, "I'm not doing that. I'm not going to go shovel manure." So I said, "Well, I am." And
shoveling manure is a discipline that everyone should do at some point. Breaking calluses, smelling that, it really teaches you ground discipline.
Yep. And so I did that, signed up, and was on security from that point forward. That was before I was in my job. So it was kind of funny. And I didn't actually start shoveling manure until I did the Nevada State Parade as second VP. I followed the whole parade thing and shoveled all the horses.
All the manure down the streets of Crescent City. Yeah.
I said, "I'll do it. I'm not above that."
What a glorious way to introduce yourself as a presidency.
Yeah. I was like, you just get it done. You just step in where you need something filled in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you've put in the work before. Did you ever see yourself wanting to kind of step up in the ranks, or was it for you just kind of being a part of something bigger?
Just being part of this thing. I always looked at the guys in the arena when they rode out as president, and it was just awesome.
Yeah.
I never once thought, before 2019 rodeo, and I rode the horse in on the first night on that Thursday, that was like only the third time I'd ever been in the arena in my entire career was Reno Rodeo.
Wow.
Because being in security, we're just out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
I think I was in a wagon once, and it wasn't my real cup of tea.
Had you ridden horses before this? Well, how's your preparation been? Because you've been riding in every night this year, and you'll ride in every night next year. There's a lot of horseback time for you coming up. So how's that been preparation-wise?
So I used to have 6 horses, but that was 20 years ago.
Okay.
and got into my job and kids, and horses didn't fit into that. But I always loved the Western thing. I always remember my grandpa said, you have a saddle, you can get a job anywhere. So I have a saddle, I just didn't have a horse. So
just a minor piece of the puzzle.
Yes. So I had a past queen, Kaylee, step up and help me go out and do riding lessons and ride. So we were doing riding lessons for 2 hours a day prior to this rodeo, which significantly helped me feel more comfortable on a horse. Even though I tell people, you ride a horse, it doesn't matter if it's your own horse or somebody else's horse, you ride it for all week long, and all of a sudden one day it's going to do something that it doesn't do or never done.
Absolutely.
So you got to be prepared to get bucked off every time. And my horse that I ride from Flying U Rodeo is just happened to be called Crazy Horse.
Okay.
And he's
not a crazy horse.
He's
seems
cool.
Pretty good.
He's awesome. He's stubborn. He just
Yeah.
kind of sometimes he wants to do his own thing, and I want to go right and he's going left. And
Sure. So for those of you that don't know, a lot of our officers will ride in on horses provided by Cotton Rosser and Reno Rosser with the Flying U Rodeo Company. They're one of our main stock contractors. So they provide awesome saddle horses, secure, safe mounts for them to jump on for those that don't have a lot of riding experience or those that do. And so throughout the year, you might jump on other strange horses from friends and family. So it's great that we've had, you've got a little bit of time in the saddle. And
it makes 100%. I mean, it's all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
Just keeping your balance up there.
Absolutely, and especially in front of all these people. The nerves can get to you, the horses can feel it, so...
Well, my horse will stand at the fireworks going off, and we've all seen the bull riding at the fireworks, and he doesn't even move. His ears doesn't even twitch.
No.
And he just sits there. But when I get
It's like white noise.
Yes, but when I get into the alleyway, and we're getting ready to come into our entry, you can feel him get excited. You can see his ears perk up, and then you get into the gate when Zach calls you out, and you know exactly that, and he knows that time to go.
It's their time to shine. They want that glory moment. They want to smile and wave just like everyone. What's your best queen wave? We're gonna talk to Josh's Miss Reno Radio 2022 here at the end of the show, and so you're on the spot. We're gonna those queens coming in. Your horse is fired up. What's your best queen wave?
My best queen wave is just. I mean, I'm not an expert, so my hands out here. I hope to remember to do that as I go through there. You're thinking of a lot of stuff.
And don't forget the wave part, though. You can't just
Well, I do a little bit, and then I'm making sure my horse is staying straight and waving at the same time.
Yeah.
Forget about looking at anybody in the crowd because I see everybody, but I don't see any friends, family, nothing.
Sure. You go so fast running around there. You're lucky if you even see where you're supposed to turn.
It seems like you're
stop.
going fast, but it just seems like all right, I'm already back.
Exactly. So then your family's a part of this journey with you. Are they excited for the year ahead? How's the balance going to be with, kids' life, wife life, and all of that?
My theme for my rodeo is keeping it old school, which is that Western tradition of family first, family everything. My family's been down here the entire time I've been part of the rodeo. My kids grew up on the stairs of the president's room when they were just out of a stroller, so I'm down here, they're down here. My wife is very supportive, Jennifer. It's
a great name.
Great name.
Yeah, you'll never forget mine, will you?
No, I'll never call you Jessica again.
We've had some issues this week, but we're getting there.
But only on purpose. But she's been great. She's 100% behind it and loves coming down here all 10 days as well. Probably a little longer for her than it is for me because it's fun. But yeah. It's great.
We're excited to have them a part of it, introduce you guys. She'll be a first lady is what we refer them to as. So a lot of fun events for the president. And you said your theme is keeping it old school?
Keeping it old school.
So what can we expect out of that? Is there any twists and turns into next year? We have a pretty good tradition of rolling into 10 days of knowing what the routine is going to be like, some of the themes. So are there any expectations or twists you might have on next year that we can look forward to?
There might be, but it's going to be closely guarded secret.
Oh.
So we'll pull out some stuff. The clown you're going to see is going to be a new clown, Dennis Halstead out of Canada. He's a old school, great comedy act. So look forward to that. You can look him up on the YouTube. Family tradition. I mean, that is, if you think about keeping it old school, you don't ever want to forget about what got us where we're at.
Absolutely.
So bringing that in and tying it all together and keeping the families here and bringing them down to the carnival or to the rodeo and just your family event.
Yeah.
You want to do all 10 nights. not just one night.
Lots of travel. Where are you most looking forward to going and representing Reno? And then share a little bit about on the road what you do as a president and where your role is when it comes to building those relationships and those bridges amongst other rodeo committees.
So being with Reno Rodeo and being as big as we are in the rodeo community, we travel to whatever rodeos that we pick for that year. Could be in Texas, could be, we went up to St. Tite in 2019 up in Quebec, Ontario. And
do you need a chaperone for those? I'll go.
Sometimes we do.
Sure,
sometimes.
let me know.
Yeah, sometimes
we need chaperone for
available.
everybody.
Yes. We go to Texas, San Antonio, Houston. We're going to Snake River in July. And what it does is we go to some of these other rodeos. They're maybe not, they're awesome and they're big, but they're maybe not the top 5 in whatever the rodeo world they call it.
Sure.
But they sure love seeing Reno Rodeo come to their rodeo and just say, hey, we're just here to, we're not here for the free tickets, we're not here for the free this and that, we're here to support you, and if there's anything we can share with you that we do, or sometimes we go to the smaller rodeos and see something that they're doing and we're like, hey, that's an awesome idea, we need to maybe incorporate that in ours.
So it's a lot of learning from them learning from you,
exactly.
Kind of seeing how everything runs to just make our performances the best they can
just
be.
Being supportive in the rodeo world for everybody, and if all the rodeos would come together and just be supportive with each other and the PRCA, it would just be one gigantic team that's all working for the same goal. Give the cowboys the best stock in the rodeo that they can have, which in turn goes back to our fans, and it's awesome.
It's one big circle, all filters in. Would you say there's anything you're nervous about, or since you've had time to prepare, are most of the nerves kind of set aside?
Well, you never know what's going to happen throughout the year.
We could go into a national pandemic.
Yeah, exactly. And being the president, there's a lot of pressure on you that you just want to do the right thing. You want to make sure that you're trying to keep everybody involved and thank everybody enough and let them know that everybody's doing a good job, because without everybody that we have with the rodeo, we wouldn't be here for 10 days. I wouldn't be able to be here for 10 days. So we're gonna keep that going.
Yeah, we're excited for that. And then this is all volunteer based for you. So what in your free time does that look like? Do you have much of it, or because you've had time to prepare, have you been able to set aside most other obligations to just kind of vision in on this?
Well, that's a good question. And that's the one positive I take out of COVID is I was slated to retire in May of this year, and which I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then that would have been going right into my rodeo. Well, now since I've retired in May, I'm free to be in the office with George all the time and
you
and be supportive, and so I'm here. I'm free. I'm rodeo 100%.
Well, we're excited to keep tradition alive, rolling into next year 2022. We're going into the 102nd Reno Rodeo. So if you have more questions for Josh, he'll be around tonight, he'll be around all of next year. We get to see a lot of him coming up, and we're super excited to see what the year has in store.
Me too. Can't wait.
Yeah, we're gonna catch up with his queen here in just a minute. Don't forget to comment in, tag your friends about your favorite part of the Reno Rodeo for a chance to win some prizes. And then again, the box office will release tickets at 4 o'clock. We're gonna go outside with Oliver from Art Town here in just a moment, get to know a little bit about more of the Reno Summer Event Series coming up, and we'll be back with Josh's queen at the end of the show. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine.